Take a quiet moment with me. Slow your breathing and let your mind become still for just a few seconds. You are not here by accident. Somehow, at exactly this moment, these words found you. Whether you call it God, divine timing, fate, or the universe, something greater than yourself wanted this message to reach your heart today. There is a reason you are listening, and there is a reason this connection has entered your life. Life has a strange way of bringing people together, and the people who change us the most are often the ones we never expected to meet. Sometimes a connection appears that crosses different backgrounds, different experiences, and even a noticeable age gap. And this message is about a connection like that. Someone has genuinely fallen in love with you. Yes, despite the difference in age, despite the questions that may exist, despite the opinions that others might have. This is not about what society thinks is normal. It is about something much deeper. Perhaps this message has arrived because God wants you to pause and recognize what this relationship could mean, not as a coincidence, but as part of a much bigger picture. Some encounters seem planned long before we ever experience them. People often say age is only a number, but in reality, many people allow that number to become a barrier. They convince themselves that certain relationships should never begin. They worry about what family, friends, or strangers might think, and they silence feelings before giving them a chance to grow. But this person could not ignore what they felt. They did not focus on the years between you. They noticed your character. They saw your kindness, your resilience, and the quiet strength you have built through everything you have survived. That is what captured their heart. When God is writing a story, human expectations do not control the ending. He is not limited by calendars or birthdays. Sometimes he brings two people together because they have lessons to learn, healing to offer, and a purpose they cannot yet fully understand. Maybe this person entered your life to help restore something inside you. Maybe you appeared in theirs to remind them that real love still exists. Or perhaps both of you were meant to discover that genuine love does not always arrive in the way people expect. You may wonder, why me? Why now? Because God knows every hidden part of your heart. He knows the disappointments you have carried quietly, the nights you felt invisible, forgotten, or overlooked, and the love you have continued to give even when it was not returned. And He also knows the kind of relationship that will help you become more of who you were created to be. Not smaller, but stronger. This connection did not happen by mistake. It appeared because your heart is reaching a season where it can understand love with greater depth and maturity. This person did not choose you because it was convenient. Their feelings remained, even when they tried convincing themselves to walk away. They questioned everything. They worried about the differences between you. They wondered how others might react. Still, every attempt to ignore their emotions only brought them back to you. They replay conversations in their mind. Your smile returns to them when you are apart. Simply being around you gives them a sense of calm they struggle to explain. Even without grand declarations, their heart already knows what it feels. There is something extraordinary about being loved for who you truly are, not for success, not for appearance, not for what you can provide. They appreciate your life story, including the chapters that were painful. They respect everything you have overcome. They admire your courage, even during moments when you believe you have been weak. To them, your age is not a disadvantage. It is part of what makes your presence meaningful, reflecting wisdom, experience, and the unique perspective that shaped the person they have come to love. Perhaps you have sensed this connection too. Maybe you have tried to dismiss it because it did not fit your expectations. Maybe fear whispered that it could never work. Maybe concern over other people's opinions caused you to hide your own feelings. But somewhere deep inside, your heart recognizes that this feels different. It feels steady. It feels peaceful. It feels safe. It feels familiar in a way that is difficult to explain. God often sends blessings wrapped in unexpected packages, and they do not always resemble the dreams we imagined years ago. Sometimes His plans surprise us because they lead us toward growth instead of comfort. This relationship may not look exactly like the story you once pictured, yet it may become the love your soul has quietly been waiting to receive. Its purpose is not to confuse you. Its purpose is to remind you that you deserve genuine love, the kind that accepts you completely, the kind that does not measure your worth by age, appearance, or public approval. You are not too late. You are not difficult to love. You are not falling behind while everyone else moves ahead. You are standing exactly where you need to be for this chapter of your life. Of course, questions will come, and fear will occasionally become louder than hope. But do not allow fear to become the author of your future. Choose faith instead. Trust each small step without believing you must have every answer today. There is no need to force anything. There is no need to rush. What truly belongs in your life will never require you to chase it endlessly. This person does not see you as a temporary chapter. When they imagine tomorrow, they naturally picture you beside them. They dream about growing together, facing life's challenges together, learning together, and building something lasting. Even if those words have never been spoken aloud, their heart already understands them. They want to be someone who protects your peace, someone who encourages your dreams, someone you can lean on when life becomes difficult. And perhaps today's message is simply inviting you to open your heart a little wider, not to make immediate decisions, not to promise forever, only to become willing to receive love instead of automatically pushing it away because it arrived differently than expected. Hold on to this truth. If this love is meant to become part of your life, it will unfold in its own time. And if its purpose is to teach you something instead, you will still walk away wiser, stronger, and closer to the person God is shaping you to become. You are not hearing these words by coincidence. This message reached you because it was meant to. And this connection, even with the difference in age, entered your life with a purpose. Believe that. Keep it close to your heart. Stay open to what God may be quietly placing before you. He knows every chapter of your story. He knows the burdens you've carried without telling anyone, every tear that fell in silence, and every prayer whispered into the darkness when no one else was listening. Sometimes love arrives in a form completely different from what we imagined. You may have expected it to come at a certain stage of life, through a certain kind of person, or in a way that made perfect sense to everyone around you. But God's plans rarely fit inside our expectations. His blessings often reach further than our imagination. They touch places within us we didn't know needed healing. They stretch our hearts, deepen our faith, and help us become people we never thought we could be. The person who fell in love with you didn't only notice your happiest moments. They saw the pain you've carried, the fears hidden beneath your confidence, and the emotional walls you carefully built after disappointment and heartbreak. And after seeing all of that, they still chose you. Not because you were flawless, but because you were genuine. Perhaps you've been hurt before. Perhaps you've been misunderstood or judged. Maybe people made you feel like you were too young, too old, or somehow not enough. Maybe you've spent years believing you had to become someone different before you could truly be loved. But listen carefully to what God may be reminding you today. You deserve a love that brings healing instead of pain. You deserve someone who seeks to understand your heart instead of constantly pointing out your imperfections. You deserve to be loved exactly as you were created, valuable, unique, and worthy beyond anything the world measures. When someone's love is genuine, they don't see your past as something to hold against you. They see it as evidence of your courage. They don't treat your age as a limitation. They see experience, wisdom, and a lifetime of stories that shaped the remarkable person standing before them. Perhaps that's why these words are reaching you today. Maybe you've questioned your own feelings. Maybe you've tried convincing yourself this connection could never succeed. Maybe you've called it unrealistic, complicated, or impossible, simply because you were afraid of the opinions of others or uncertain about the future. Yet perhaps God is quietly asking you to slow down, to listen more carefully, and to pay attention to what your heart has been trying to tell you. Because not everything meaningful arrives in ways we immediately understand. Some things reveal their purpose only with time. If you've been wondering whether to give this relationship a chance, if you've questioned whether it's safe to open your heart again, don't see this message as a command. See it as an invitation. Pray, reflect, listen carefully to what happens inside your heart when you think about this person. Love that is healthy brings peace instead of constant turmoil. It brings clarity instead of endless confusion. It creates a sense of safety, comfort, and quiet confidence rather than leaving you trapped in fear. When a connection comes from a place of genuine care, it doesn't constantly disturb your spirit. It gently reminds you that real love isn't something you have to earn. It's something you're already worthy of receiving. You may still have questions, and that is perfectly natural. The love that truly matters rarely comes without uncertainty. But instead of focusing only on what your mind is saying, pay attention to what your heart experiences. When this person comes to mind, do you feel a sense of peace rather than fear? Does hope quietly replace anxiety? Does your heart become lighter instead of heavier? Those gentle emotions often reveal more than endless overthinking ever can. Now let's speak honestly about the part many people immediately notice: the difference in age. Society is quick to form opinions. Some people will criticize, others will misunderstand. Many will judge what they have never experienced themselves. That is simply part of living in this world. But when the day is over and you are alone with your thoughts, it will not be their opinions that bring peace to your soul. It will be the quiet truth you carry inside your own heart. If this person treats you with honesty, respect, kindness, and genuine care, then those qualities matter far more than the number of birthdays either of you has celebrated. Love that is real never manipulates. It does not seek control. It does not play emotional games or leave you constantly questioning your worth. Instead, it encourages you, protects your heart, and helps you become a stronger, healthier version of yourself. Ask yourself a few gentle questions. Does this relationship inspire me to become a better person? Does it strengthen my faith instead of weakening it? Does it bring me closer to the person God created me to be? Does it feel more like healing than hurting? If your heart quietly answers yes, perhaps God is revealing something beautiful, something that reaches beyond labels, expectations, and the numbers people focus on. Take a moment, if you can, and close your eyes. Let these words settle gently within you. My child, I know every part of you. I formed you with love and purpose. I understand the dreams I placed inside your heart, even the ones you struggle to explain. Do not be afraid of the love I placed before you. Bring it to me in prayer. Test it with wisdom. Walk slowly if you need to. Small, faithful steps are never wasted. But do not allow fear alone to convince you to walk away from a blessing I may have prepared for you. The world sees ages and differences. I see hearts, purpose, growth, and destiny. Let that truth rest within you. There is no need to rush toward every answer today. You are not expected to have your entire future figured out in a single moment. Simply remember this: you are worthy of being loved, even in ways you never imagined possible. Love should always be balanced with wisdom. As you continue forward, spend time in prayer, reflection, or quiet thought. Ask God to reveal what is true instead of simply confirming what you already hope to hear. Ask Him for peace instead of panic, for clarity instead of confusion, and for courage instead of fear. Pay attention not only to events around you, but also to the condition of your own heart. When the time feels right, speak openly with this person. Share your hopes, your concerns, and the boundaries that help you feel emotionally safe. Honest conversations build trust. Silence often creates unnecessary distance. Healthy love grows where truth is welcomed. Allow trust to develop naturally. Give one another the space needed to learn, grow, and understand each other more deeply. Never rush what requires patience, and never postpone the courageous conversations that genuine relationships need. Stay connected to whatever draws you closer to God, whether that is prayer, reading scripture, quiet reflection, or moments of stillness. Continue returning to the place where your spirit finds peace. If you sincerely ask for His guidance, Trust that He will direct your steps one day at a time. Always remember this. Love that comes from God does not drive you deeper into fear. It gently leads you toward peace. Take each day as it comes. Keep your heart open, but also remain wise. If this relationship truly belongs in your life, it will continue growing in ways that bring light rather than darkness, hope rather than despair, and healing rather than pain. And whatever happens, never forget that you are not walking alone. God remains beside you through every season, guiding your decisions, protecting your heart, and reminding you that you have always been deeply loved. As you seek direction, ask not only for signs that agree with your desires. Ask God to reveal the truth, even if it looks different from what you expected. Trust that His wisdom sees farther than your own understanding. Continue speaking honestly with this person. Share your fears without shame. Share your dreams without hesitation. Explain the boundaries that protect your peace and respect theirs as well. There is no prize for rushing love. The strongest relationships are rarely built overnight. They are formed through patience, consistency, honesty, and mutual respect. What is truly meant to flourish does not need pressure to survive. Seek wisdom from people whose lives reflect maturity, compassion, and faith. Listen to mentors, trusted friends, or spiritual leaders who genuinely care about your well-being, rather than those who judge quickly or speak from prejudice. Above all else, protect your peace. Your emotional well-being is a gift worth guarding. If this connection ever begins to feel manipulative, controlling, emotionally damaging, or unsafe, remember that you have permission to step back. God never asks you to remain where fear, harm, or abuse replaces love. His blessings never arrive disguised as constant pain. As you continue this journey with wisdom and patience, time will reveal whether this relationship was meant to teach an important lesson, remain for a meaningful season, or become a lifelong companion. Before you think about anyone else's feelings, remember this truth about yourself. You were already complete before anyone chose to love you. Your worth has never depended on another person's attention. Long before any human heart noticed you, God loved you completely. This person may become an important part of your story, but they are not the source of your identity. If your heart chooses to love them, let it be from a place of wholeness, not emptiness. Love freely, love wisely, and never forget that your greatest foundation will always be the love God has already placed around you. If this love is genuine, hold it with gratitude, but never let your own worth disappear inside it. Whether there is an age difference or not, no one has the authority to take away your dignity, your purpose, or the calling God has placed on your life. You were never created to become someone's second choice. Your life carries meaning beyond any relationship. You have gifts that only you can offer, a voice that deserves to be heard, and a future far greater than the attention or affection of any one person. Allow love to enrich your life, not become your entire identity. Let it encourage your growth instead of limiting your potential. Never measure your value by who stays or who walks away, because your worth has never depended on another person's decision. It has always existed within you. Take another slow, calming breath. Become still for just a moment. Read these words as though they are a quiet prayer being spoken over your life. Father, thank you for the unexpected people you bring into my journey. Thank you for the relationships that surprise me and for the moments that awaken hope inside my heart. Thank you for knowing what I need, even when I cannot clearly see it myself. Today, I place this connection completely into your hands. Guide me with your wisdom. Bring light wherever confusion remains. Replace fear with peace. Help me recognize what is true and give me the courage to release whatever is not meant for me. Protect my heart from harm while filling it with your love. Teach me to trust your direction more than my own fears. If this relationship comes from you, allow it to grow through honesty, kindness, respect, and patience. If it is not part of your plan, give me the strength to let go with grace instead of bitterness. Remind me every day that I am enough, that I am deeply loved, and that my purpose reaches far beyond what I can understand today. Amen. Carry that prayer with you as you continue forward. You do not have to understand every detail of your future today. You simply need to keep your heart open and your faith steady. Trust that God is walking beside you, guiding each decision and gently leading you toward what will ultimately be best for your life. Take your time with this season. Love that is meant to last never demands that you rush. Allow your steps to be guided by peace instead of pressure, by confidence instead of fear. You never have to prove your love by moving faster than your heart is ready. Give yourself permission to pause, to breathe, to sit quietly with your emotions instead of judging them. Sometimes the deepest truth speaks most clearly when everything around you becomes silent. Listen carefully to that quiet place within. At the same time, allow your heart to remain connected to God, because feelings become much clearer when they are shaped by faith and wisdom. Ask Him to remove confusion. Ask Him to replace anxiety with understanding. Ask Him to guide your emotions instead of allowing your fears to guide them. There will be days when old wounds try to convince you that love is too risky. There will be moments when doubt whispers louder than hope. You may question whether you are strong enough to trust again. When those moments come, remind yourself that you are not carrying this journey alone. God already sees every road ahead. He understands every hidden struggle, every tear you cried in silence, every unanswered question, every prayer you whispered when you felt forgotten. And He will never lead you somewhere His grace cannot sustain you. Allow your story to unfold naturally. Some days you will feel courageous. Other days you may feel uncertain. Both are part of growth. Healing is rarely quick. Meaningful love takes patience. It requires trust, honesty, courage, and time. Give yourself permission to keep learning, keep growing, keep softening, and keep opening your heart again, even if it feels unfamiliar. You do not have to carry your entire future today. Simply carry today's responsibilities and trust God with tomorrow. Continue choosing whatever brings genuine peace into your life. Choose honesty. Choose kindness. Choose the version of yourself that reflects the person God created you to become. Whenever life feels too heavy to hold, place those burdens back into His hands. He is strong enough to carry what you cannot. In seasons of waiting, you are not falling behind. You are building something lasting. A foundation of faith, a foundation of self-respect, a foundation of hope. And from that foundation, everything truly meant for you will rise at the right time. Let this become another quiet prayer. Lord, thank you for reminding me that genuine love is never limited by numbers, age, or human expectations. If this relationship comes from you, bless it, protect it, guide it gently toward everything that is good. If it is not part of your plan, close the door with kindness and lead me toward what truly belongs in my life. Give me courage to listen carefully. Give me wisdom to recognize truth. And give me faith to trust your perfect timing, even when I cannot understand the path ahead. Amen. If you have stayed with these words until this moment, perhaps they reached you exactly when you needed them, not by accident, not by chance, but because something within your heart was ready to hear them. Someone may truly care for you despite every difference that exists between you, despite the age gap, despite uncertainty, despite the questions others may ask. And perhaps God is not asking you to reject that possibility out of fear. Instead, He is inviting you to approach it with wisdom, with patience, with prayer, with an open heart that remains anchored in truth. Real love never exists to diminish you. It helps you become more fully yourself. It strengthens rather than weakens. It encourages growth instead of fear. When love reflects God's character, it brings peace instead of constant confusion, comfort instead of insecurity, and quiet strength instead of emotional exhaustion. And if a relationship truly belongs in your life, it will find its place without forcing you to abandon who you are. So continue moving one peaceful step at a time. There is no race. There is no deadline. Allow your heart to move at the speed of wisdom instead of pressure. Trust what you genuinely feel, but invite God to guide those feelings every step of the way. He sees what remains hidden from you. He understands every road before you arrive there, and wherever He leads, His grace will always be enough. Never forget this truth. You deserve a love that looks beyond age, appearances, and the expectations of the world. You deserve a love that recognizes your heart, your kindness, your resilience, and every chapter that shaped your story. A love that doesn't simply notice your presence, but truly sees the person God created you to become. As you continue your journey, remain curious about the deeper truths of the heart, the mind, and the soul. Keep learning, keep growing, keep trusting God's timing, and above all, never stop believing that the right love will always bring you closer to peace, closer to purpose, and closer to the life you were created to live.